All right, so we are on lesson 36 today. Lesson 36. We're starting on page 188. Starting on page 188. You guys know your homework. It's listed up on the board. So, okay, so we are doing subtracting fractions and mixed numbers from whole numbers. So, let's see how many examples. They don't even really give you an example. Oh, yes, they do. Okay, one example. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna try something here. So let's say we have 3 whole circles, and I'm going to subtract it. So minus, let's go with 1 and 1/4, 1 and 1/4. So how would I draw that? So 3 minus 1 and 1/4. Yeah, Talon.
So you cross out 1 whole 1.
Okay, so I'd get rid of that one.
1 whole 1.
So I would turn this one into 1/4, right? So one way of looking at it, so my problem is 3 minus 1 and 1/4. So if I were to draw that, I have 3 total here. What I like to do is I like to divide them all into whatever my denominator is. And in this case, it's fourths. So I'm going to divide all of those into fourths. So 3 minus 1 and 1/4. Well, first off, what would I need to shade in? What would I need to shade in to figure out my answer to this problem? 1 would be first and foremost. So 1 whole 1. So I'm going to shade in this entire 1. So that one's gone. Now I need to shade in what fraction? Yeah, Brady? Yeah, just 1/4. So one more little piece. So what am I left with that's not shaded in? What am I left with that's not shaded in, Grace? Yep, 1 3/4. 1 3/4, because we have this entire circle, and then we have 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 3/4, 1 3/4. Okay, so let's try the problem that they gave us here. They gave us one example here to try. So we have 5 minus 1 2/3. 5 minus 1 2/3. So I could draw out all my circles, but once we get up to bigger numbers, like 100, we're not going to want to draw 100 circles, right? I mean, you could do 1,000,000 one day, who knows? So what's another way of doing this instead of me drawing all these circles out? What's a different way I could do it, Brady?
So 5. Change that to 4.
Okay, I'm changing it to a 4.
And then the denominator is 3. So 4, yeah, 3.
Yep, 3/3.
And then subtract that with the other number.
Bingo. So the way Brady did this was he didn't technically subtract it, but another way of writing 5 would be 4 and 3/3, because another way of saying that is just 5. Another way I could write it is just writing, whoops. I could write 3/3 plus 3/3 plus 3/3 plus 3/3 plus 3/3. So how many 3/3s are there? There's 5 of them. So adding all those together, there's 5. Okay, so that's all we're doing here is we are taking that whole number and turning it into a mixed number. So 4 and 3/3. So first, let's subtract our whole numbers, which in this case, our whole numbers are the 4 and the 1. So I would say 4 minus 1, which is what, Talon? 3. And then I need to subtract the fractions. So Grace, can you help me out there? Exactly, because it's in lowest form. So I would take 3/3 minus 2/3. So just subtracting the numerators. So 3 minus 2 is 1. And then the denominator, which is the bottom number, stays the same. So my answer would be 3 1/3. You guys doing okay with the lesson so far? Is there any of them you want to try up on the board? Anything from the lesson practice? Yeah, Brady?
I like these kind of problems.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, I would like to learn like 2 hard.
Yeah.
And there's not that many steps to them.
Right.
So for comparing any classes on them, it doesn't have like not many steps at all.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, that's probably steps.
Yeah. So do you guys want to try any of the ones in your homework while I'm doing it up here on the board? Any of them that are throwing you off, or are they all pretty okay for you? You 3 good? All right. Yeah, tell me something.
You know,